Hey everybody, this is Body by Ian. We're here with Greg Peterman, and he's one of the trainers at Diamond Gym. And I know he's got a couple of guys getting ready for the New York Metros, and what other shows you have some guys doing or gals doing?
Possibly New Jersey State coming up on August 28th. Danny Jimenez, first timer. He'll be competing hopefully as a middleweight. And Fawn Coward. She'll be competing maybe at the Jersey State. I'm not sure as of yet. She competed last year. She did the Atlanta States. She did the Empire State. She was third. She did the Jersey. She was second. So hopefully we'll see how many other competitors will be prepping for this year.
Is there do you have any bikini figure, men's physique, women's physique now guys coming up, or?
Yes, at the Mets this weekend. The first timer, Sal Davis, possibly the A class. I think she has a lot of potential. And men's physique, Javinci Bully. They both novice, never competed before. They stepped on stage this weekend. They look pretty good. So hopefully, the outcome will be good for them.
Now, as a trainer, are you also a nutritionist as well besides a trainer?
Yes, I do the diets and the training.
Now, what is your philosophy with your clients? I mean, some people are like keto, some people are like, you must feed them till they.
No, I usually based on the individual, their conditioning. When they first come to me, I like keto, I like the carb cycling. I basically use the carbs cycling diet to start them out. As far as when they start getting closer, if they think they need more conditioning, I'll push it further, then I'll throw in a little keto. So I use a combination of several different diets.
Okay. Is there any pros that you would like to train to see if you see so many pros out there, but is there any guys in particular that you would like to get their hands on?
I had never thought about that, but that's a tough one.
Well, don't be shy about it. Come on, say it.
There's a lot of good pros out there. I never really say who has that. Never really thought about it.
Okay, what about top NPC guys that you thought about?
Top NPC guys? Actually, maybe even our own people right here. Maybe just working hopefully with Drew. He's like one of the top guys here. So.
That's Drew Jammering people who don't know who Drew is.
Right.
What do you think? Well, since you trained Drew, what do you think you need to bring up in him that you see?
As far as Drew, I think he has everything. He could be a little bit bigger, and I think more conditioning. Will probably definitely set him way ahead of the other guys. As far as like physique and symmetry all the way around, he has that. He has a lot of potential as a pro. I think he's stepping around stage with those guys if he just put back on more size and more conditioning, of course.
Now, like I said, I see you represent Diamond Gym, but have you always trained at Diamond Gym before you became a trainer here?
I trained at a small gym in Elizabeth. This is like way back. Way back. I can say that. But originally I started training here in the 90s, early 90s actually. With some of the top national competitors here. Talking about Bo Matlock, Darryl James, IFBB Pro, Jason Arns, Matt Duval, IFBB Pro, Casey. It's a flood. I could go on and on. Listen to people who I work with top national caliber and pros.
Well, what was now you look like you must have been a bodybuilder back in your day. What did you go? How high?
I did my best overall was at the Golds. That's probably maybe 99 actually. I won heavyweights at that time and the overall. So that was my I did the East Coast for my class. So bodybuilding I didn't really take it that far. As far as I will have light. People question me why I did. It just wasn't really in the cards that I really wanted to do. I just wanted to compete, and I did it. And I was pretty much satisfied with that.
Now, where do you see yourself within your next couple of years with training guys? Do you want to have like a team of guys? So is this Team Peterman or
my whole thing is I like to help people in general. Compete, whether they're competing or just getting in shape. If I see somebody that's willing to compete, I'm not going to hesitate to help them. Where I see myself maybe, I want to really concentrate on the nutrition part. I think that's the main focus. I think people got so bent on all these different diets, the internet, which we didn't have when we were really dieting. We were sitting in a room and it was based on just maybe the eye, just looking at the body, see what they need, how far we need to go, and then just try to get in shape, a couple weeks out prior to the show, so we need to eat, we can eat, not trying to suffer all the way towards the end, and try to make things up as you go.
Now, since you being someone who trains, you got a lot of guys and a lot of girls. What do you see the most common mistakes some trainers do that you see?
I think some trainers, as far as training, they maybe train them too hard. They don't focus on the muscle. I think that's the whole thing with some of the trainers. They don't focus enough on the muscle. They might try to overtrain them, and I think the diet, some guys rush too quick to try to get them panic and get them in shape too soon, instead of trying a gradual process, starting further out. So most of the people I tell them to eat clean, and then I'll prep them. I'll say, well, okay, you got 16 weeks, and then I'll start them from that road. So when they come to me, they're somewhat in decent shape, not so much out ready to kill themselves.
Well, do you have let me ask you, do you have anybody you want to thank, or a support group, or is anybody you have in mind?
Yeah, I want to thank, of course, everyone at Diamond Gym. That's first and foremost. Yourself for allowing me for this interview. Of course, Dwayne McDaniels, T. Provo, Phil, Steve Iano, the Ram. I want to get a shout out to Carla Jennings, because she brought me a lot of the clients, the newcomers, Sal and Bully Ben, the first timers. John Kemper, because I learned a lot from him at the time. Frank Stetson, all these guys have been around. I think we'll try to bring camaraderie around once again, because that's how it used to be, where we all went to the shows. We ate. We were a team. We trained together, whether we were competing against each other or not. That's how I'm trying to bring back with the younger guys now.
Speaking about your guy Phil, how do you think he's going to do this week at this weekend at the New York Metropolitans?
Phil, I think he should do very well. I think he have a great shot at his class. Phil has been working very hard. He's a very smart guy, and people underestimate him. But he's been maturing as over the years from what I've seen. When he first competed, he wasn't. That maturity wasn't there, but I see it now, and it's starting to come. So I give him more time. He's a student of the game. He's learning. He's willing to learn. He's not afraid to learn. He's definitely a hard worker. I can't say enough about that. He'll do whatever you ask him. And there's a few guys who in here who are like that. So they remind me of the old days where they probably actually fit in.
All right, Barry. Well, let's thank Greg. I'm gonna thank Greg for taking his time out of his busy schedule for doing this interview, and his body being. And we're out.